Greetings, Celtic fans. In today's video, I bring you plenty of updates, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Alistair Johnston recently sat down with the media to address several important issues surrounding Celtic during this period. We'll cover a range of topics, including one that might raise some eyebrows: the potential for a guard of honor. That's a discussion expected to take place between mid and late April, and honestly is something that deserves our attention. We'll also talk about the Celtic women's team, who may be on the verge of getting a new stadium. It's still in the planning stage, which is intriguing in itself. On top of that, we'll look into the Player of the Year awards and some key preparations ahead of Sunday's game. So that's what we'll be covering in this video. I hope you're all doing well, whether you're watching or listening to the podcast while commuting. And if you're listening and didn't get that, it's an inside joke for those watching the video. We've got quite a few topics to get into as we approach the Scottish Cup semi-final this Sunday. The media availability with Johnston came as a bit of a surprise, considering it was only Tuesday and the match was still days away. The purpose of the meeting was to announce the opening of the voting for Player of the Year, which begins tomorrow. I believe there are 10 total awards, but only 5 of them are open to voting. These include the Dyson Maida Award for Men's Player of the Year, Women's Player of the Year, Men's Goal of the Season, which I think we all know was scored recently, and I'll let you guess which one I'm referring to. There's also the Women's Goal of the Season and the Young Male Player of the Year. When asked about who he thought might win the Men's Player of the Year award, Johnston used an interesting expression and said he'd rather hear other people's opinions. As for the Scottish PFA Awards, he confirmed he voted last week. When cheekily asked who got his vote, he charmingly said he'd keep that to himself for now. He later hinted that he voted for Dyson Maida, but also mentioned other potential winners. Honestly, Dyson seems to be sweeping everything this season. He's the top scorer, the standout performer, and the player's choice. Regarding the PFA, it's expected he'll be prominent there as well. The conversation turned to the league, a title situation, and how Celtic might not have the chance to clinch it at Ibrox. With the final fixtures now scheduled, the earliest opportunity to win the league will be at Tannadice. If Celtic were to lose there and Rangers win their next game, then the title could be decided at Ibrox, but that seems unlikely. Johnston noted that based on his experience and what he's been told, the title is usually wrapped up in the second or third game post-split, especially when it comes to the derby. He didn't expect it to happen in the very first game, which makes sense given the rivalry and the security implications. The authorities are clearly taking precautions, and that speaks to the significance of such a match. These kinds of fixtures are tricky, but the reality is clear. There's a conscious effort to avoid the narrative of a club winning the title on their rival's pitch. The police seem to be prioritizing security above tradition, even though it's happened in past seasons. It would be a historic moment, but it's been avoided due to potential fallout. Johnston also reflected on a recent defeat, noting how it served as a wake-up call, especially as the season heads toward its decisive phase. Trophies are on the line now. Adjustments were made after the match, and he reminded us that success isn't tied to a fixed starting 11. The squad has depth and quality. Maintaining high performance levels is crucial, especially with competitive sides in a league that are capable of causing upsets. Celtic Park has been a fortress lately, and there's a sense of momentum. Reviewing the team's Scottish Cup run, they've remained focused throughout, from a polished performance against Hibs to a convincing win over Raith Rovers, and in a hard-fought result against Kilmarnock, the team's growth is evident. The Cup focus remains strong, and that intensity is expected to carry into the upcoming fixtures. As far as ambitions go, the talk of a potential treble inevitably comes up. Fans often imagine that the players discuss it frequently, recalling missed chances in the past. But the truth is the focus stays on immediate goals, today's training, tomorrow's prep, and the next match. The dressing room atmosphere has remained unchanged since August. Players show up, get the job done, and move on to the next challenge. The talk of trebles and trophies doesn't dominate their mindset. It's all about the week ahead. Last weekend's match sparked more questions around the team and its mentality, but again, the internal environment is consistent. Players are locked in on the present. It's a bit like being congratulated at the airport for winning everything. Only then does it hit you. It's a fascinating perspective, showing just how focused they really are. If the wins keep coming, the rest will fall into place. There's genuine optimism for a major victory and another big performance this weekend. The discussion also shifted to the coach's contract situation, a hot topic in recent days. Some media outlets have weighed it in, and while there's commitment for next season, speculation is mounting about what comes after. It's not something we fans can decide, but there's hope that he'll stay long term. Toward the end of the media session, Johnston was asked about the possibility of a guard of honor at Ibrox. It might seem trivial, but it's a real debate. Last season, it didn't happen due to the competitive nature of the league, but it has
Benditos running privers when the Irales was to see alone and he remains ray.
Shows debating whether a guard of honor should happen will have plenty of material. Moving on, there's also been talk about a new shared stadium for some clubs, which is quite fascinating. The idea is for a synthetic pitch in a new arena seating 3,000 to 5,000 fans. The women's national team might use it too. Currently, matches are held at various locations with occasional games at the main stadium. This would clearly be an upgrade, but there are mixed feelings. Some want a dedicated second stadium for Celtic that could also host other teams within the organization. Right now, the women's team and the reserve squad play at venues that feel disconnected. The women compete in Hamilton, which I only recently discovered while researching. I knew they played some Champions League games there, but didn't realize how involved Celtic was. The reserves had been in Airdrie, and I think they still are. I've attended matches there. It's quite a distance from Glasgow, and Hamilton might be even farther, though I can't confirm that. Both are in Lanarkshire, and neither is particularly convenient. It would be fantastic if Celtic had a smaller stadium within Glasgow, near Celtic Park, Barrowfield, or Lennoxtown. There had been talks of Barrowfield being developed. Imagine a 5,000-seat venue, a mini Celtic Park for the women's team, where fans could easily attend games without needing to look up the location every time. That would be ideal. It would benefit the reserves as well, especially since both squads are playing in European competitions this season and hopefully for years to come. Whether this vision is realistic depends on whether the club wants to invest heavily in a project that might not yield massive returns. There are pressing needs too, like improvements to the main stand at Celtic Park. Priorities may need reshuffling. Still, I think it would be a brilliant move even if the idea of a shared stadium with Rangers and Glasgow City becomes reality. While more urgent issues exist, especially with the main stand at Celtic Park, it's all about prioritizing. Yet this shared stadium concept is intriguing. I do wish Celtic had taken the lead and acted independently, with Scotland set to co-host the 2035 FIFA Women's World Cup with the other UK nations. This could elevate the women's game here in a big way. As for Sunday, if you've got a ticket, you'll know it's a digital-only match, as has been widely announced. The club's app will be used for ticket access. Tickets can apparently be transferred between phones, but I'm not sure how that works if someone doesn't have a smartphone. I'm currently abroad and not fully up to date on the process. However, there's a FAQ page on the club's website, which I've linked in the description below. If you don't see your ticket in the app, it might be wise to contact the ticket office before match day. There will be additional rail services on Sunday between Glasgow Central and Mount Florida. Officials for the match have also been announced. Callum Scott will referee what may be the biggest match of his career with assistants Graham Stewart and Doogie Potter. Andrew Dallas is on VAR duties assisted by Alan Mulvaney. That's all for now as we head toward the weekend. Today is Wednesday, so let's stay calm. I'll be back soon to talk more with y'all. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Whispers are beginning to swirl in the Big Apple, as they're not about the NFL draft or free agency buzz. Instead, it's a name no one expected to hear in the halls of MetLife Stadium. Elvis Rexhbecaj, the Kosovan international known for his tenacious presence in the Bundesliga, is being linked with a shock move across the Atlantic to reinforce the New York Giants. While the rumor remains unconfirmed, insiders close to the situation have hinted that exploratory talks may already be underway, sparking curiosity and excitement among fans and analysts alike. Rexhbecaj currently anchoring the midfield for FC Augsburg has carved out a reputation as one of the Bundesliga's most tireless ball winners. His work rate, positional discipline and ability to transition defense into attack make him an intriguing prospect for a Giants squad still searching for a defensive identity. Although the NFL and European football couldn't be more different, the Giants' interest appears to lie in something much deeper than position-specific skills. Could this be a bold front office move to bring a new kind of versatility and international influence into the locker room? The 26-year-old midfielder has a storied career path across Germany's top flight. From his breakthrough at Wolfsburg to notable stints with 1FC Köln and VfL Bochum, Rexhbecaj has consistently demonstrated a rugged, no-nonsense style that many believe would translate well into the combative ethos of American football. While the logistical and athletic leap from soccer to football is massive, recent years have seen an increasing crossover of athleticism and global scouting, and this could be a groundbreaking case of international talent scouting thinking outside the box. What's particularly fascinating is how this potential move is being framed. Sources suggest that the Giants aren't necessarily looking to turn Rexhbecaj into a linebacker overnight, but rather to experiment with hybrid roles within special teams or practice squads. There's even talk of him being involved in tactical, consulting, or as part of a cultural and athletic exchange initiative that could redefine how the Giants scout raw physical talent globally. It's a bold, unconventional strategy, but exactly the kind of left field thinking a franchise in transition might embrace. As fans wait for more clarity, the possibility of Rexhbecaj donning Giants colors feels both strange and strangely compelling. Could this Bundesliga battler actually find a home in the NFL? Or is this merely the latest in a series of speculative off-season storylines? Until official confirmation arrives, one thing's certain: the New York Giants might just be preparing to make one of the most unexpected moves in recent memory. Stay tuned. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the FUPAM next video.